that per se and plan it like that. But the script was interesting to me. It was actually it had something that was uh, that put me out of my comfort zone in a sense, and I thought therefore it would be challenging, and I wanted to do this. The lines that somebody that the character says or the way he reacts or responds, etc., and then you start building a framework and then you act within that. So just my regular process of how I prepare for a role is how I prepared. I didn't act in any movie in any language for the last, I think from 2000 was my last film with Mr. Maniratnam. After that, I didn't. I had quit films because I wanted to do other things. I had started out very early at 20 when I did Talabadi and 21 when I did Roja. And I thought, I didn't want to get just caught within this one profession. I wanted to experience other things. I had other ideas. I wanted to do other businesses. So I just went ahead and explored all that. And the first part, which is it's just a Hindi film. We didn't do it in any other language. There's a lot of change, of course. Time brings about change, including in me. It brings about. It's brought about a lot of change in the way the audience in itself. It's the next generation of film goers who are watching it than when they were watching it in the 90s. This audience is more receptive to new ideas. They've already had a lot of visual experiences in terms of the internet or an exposure to world cinema in a sense. I believe that they're more receptive to new concepts and new ideas, and they don't want the conventional movie structure that we've been having since those days. So.
Hi.
Did I meet somebody now in the last, since I came here, you're saying?
Yeah.
I met Mr. Anupam Kher. We just happened to meet yesterday. But I'm actually a pretty solitary person in that sense that I don't have many friends within or outside the industry. I just keep to myself. So
Do you
in my life, I want to do other things as well. So I had some ideas on certain businesses, some technology, some applications. So I was doing that in different parts of the world. And then I wanted to be a full-time parent and balance my life and time with my kids. So that happened. So for about 10 years, my primary thing was just to raise my kids. I play a lot of video games online, so a lot of my time goes in that as well. And I also do movies.
So now when you see those shots between two mountains, you are sitting and Roja Janeman and Hamma Hamma and Kuchi Kuchi Rakma, what kya feel karte hain? How you feel all those shots while doing on seeing now?
Well, I can still appreciate those shots. That's the good part of doing some films. I think even after 20 years, you can still see and enjoy those films, or at least most parts of it. So I'm just look back, I'm happy that I did those films. So.
Hi Arvind, you can answer in Hindi or you want in English?
You're asking me that question in English, so
आप हिंदी में जवाब देंगे?
कोशिश करूँगा.
कोशिश करेंगे. कोई ना कोई तो सॉलिड रीज़न रहा होगा फिल्म में वापस आने का या हिंदी फिल्म करने का. तो मैं जानना चाहूँगी कि डियर डैड आपके लिए क्या है और
नहीं ऐसे तो मैं प्लान नहीं करता हूँ कि मैं हिंदी फिल्म करूँ या तमिल में करूँ. मुझे सिर्फ अगर एक स्क्रिप्ट अच्छा लगता है तो I just accept that. Sorry, that's as much Hindi as I can. I will be sitting here all evening if I keep talking.
You're okay with it.
So, there was, when you watch the film, you'll know that there was something that was pretty complex about the story and the situation that these characters are in. And like I told the gentleman before, I was extremely out of my comfort zone when
Did it require some sort of convincing?
I'm just going to talk about what's in the trailer at this point in time. In terms of, you're reading too many things into it, which I will not comment on. It is a situation where he seeks an understanding from his family, his son, etc. like I said, there were some parts of the story and the script which was extremely unusual, but at the same time, I know for a fact that there are people and families in similar situations like how these characters were, and since it put me out of my comfort zone, like I said, it was important for me to do it. I wanted to be an actor, and I was a reluctant actor. But the process of making the film was what I really enjoyed. The attention that came with success was something that made me very uncomfortable. I was not prepared for it. I was not ready. I was in my early 20s at that time.
But you never enjoyed that success. Are you trying to say that?
I enjoyed the success. I didn't enjoy the attention. I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, I want you to see my film, but leave me alone. It's like that. So, it's like if you think all your life, you think that you want to be a star and you want to perform, etc., then that is something that you would enjoy. But I was very unprepared for what came my way.
So adulation was something that you really didn't enjoy.
To know that
You did have a lot of female fans also. I remember, especially after Roja. And if you could just go back to those days and remember how was it like?
It was very stifling for me. So, like, it was not something like if I came out and saw, let's say, 100 people standing, it would make some people happy and proud. It would make some people want to run back into their house. I belong to the second category. So it is not that I didn't respect it. I respected it. It's just that I didn't know how to deal with it at that time. And I thought it was, as a lot of other movies started coming, it was only getting bigger, and in a sense that it was, I felt that I had that window of time to make a choice and do things in my life that I wanted to do, and kind of. No, sir, it's age. So, like I told you, sir, I was not ready in my 20s. I didn't know how to. I just wanted to be left alone. Like even my entire career, I think from 90 to 2000, in 10 years, I did only 3 photo shoots. That too, I was compelled for a couple of them. And interviews also, I used to hardly, I think 4 or 5 actual interviews. The rest were all taken from old interviews or clippings, etc., and used. So I was, that was my comfort zone. I didn't want to interact. It's not about being friendly or disrespectful. It's just that I didn't want to do it. I was not comfortable. When I look back now, I can, obviously 20 odd years have passed, and I can look back and understand what the problem was then. Even now, I'm very reluctant.